All right, so synthetic division is another way to do this process. So you're going to get the same answer. You're doing the same, you have the same goal of dividing a polynomial by another polynomial. But it's just another way to format it. All right, let's look at the definition. Synthetic division is a method used to divide a polynomial by a linear expression in the form x minus a. So this really is limited to only being able to divide by linear expressions. Note that the leading coefficient of the divisor is 1, and that a is the 0 of the divisor. So this only works when it's x minus a number. And if a was negative, then it would be x plus. Okay. All right, so to change from long form, long division, x minus 3 would then become 3 as your divisor. Okay. If it was x plus 3, then it would be negative 3. So it's really just whatever is happening to the x in the original divisor, you do the opposite. And then you just pull down the coefficients from whatever you're dividing. First step is you bring down whatever the first number is. So you have a line and you leave enough room where you can write some other numbers. You drop the first number down, then you multiply. 3 times 2 is that 6. Then you add down and you get negative 1. And then you repeat. Three times that negative 1 is negative 3. Then you add down and get negative 3. Then you do 3 times that negative 3 to get that negative 9. Then you add down and get negative 13. That negative 13 is the remainder. So that you're going to put over the original divisor of x minus 3. That negative 3 is the constant term, so it's minus 3. That negative 1 is the linear term. So you're just working your way from right to left back up the degrees. So it's minus 1x or just minus x. And then that 2 is the coefficient of the quadratic term, so it's 2x squared. So there it is, all written out. 2x squared minus x minus 3 minus the remainder of 13 over x minus 3. So why don't you try it yourself? Set it up the way that we just looked at in the last example. Give it a try, and then come back after you unpause. So I start with positive 1 in the box because it was x minus 1. Remember, if that was x plus 1, it would have been negative 1 there. Then I list out coefficients 3, 0. Need a placeholder when there is no, well, in this case specifically, there's no quadratic term, but if any term is missing, you use a 0 as that placeholder. So 0, negative 5 for the linear, and then 10 for the constant. You drop the first 3. 1 times 3 is 3. 0 plus 3 is 3. 1 times 3 is that 3. Negative 5 plus 3 is negative 2. 1 times negative 2 is that negative 2. 10 plus negative 2 is 8. I drew this line here to, not just out of habit, but that's your remainder. All right. And then constant minus 2. Linear plus 3x. Quadratic positive 3x squared. So that would be your quotient. 3x squared plus 3x minus 2 plus 8 over x minus 1. Let's look at the next one.